Welcome back to another episode of the Ultimate Iron Man Progress Series. On the last episode, we finished up our little Mastering Mixology grind and went to Barrows. We did 100 chests and got some pretty nice armor pieces. Well, in this episode, I'm going to put those armor pieces to work and take on the next quest in the Myra-Key quest series, Sins of the Father. That quest is going to give us some experience, which I'm going to use on Herblore. We're about 100k until we can make the Ornate Rejuvenation pool, which is going to be a pretty big upgrade for the account. I've done a little bit of calculations, and I do have enough XP from quests to where I don't actually have to manually train Herblore to do that, so that's pretty exciting. We wrapped up the last video doing some Ape Atoll agility laps, and I think I'd like to press on this episode and see how many I can do before I get bored. I want to get all the collection logs from here, which requires 2,000 laps. I don't really know if I'm up for doing 2,000 laps this week, but we'll see. It's a pretty bad course, to be honest, but I'm going to do it anyway for collection log stuff, so I might as well get it out of the way now. With all that said, let's get into it. And our first level of the video, level 81 agility. Oh cool, that's the Water Birth shortcut, or one of the two new shortcuts they added to get to Dagannoth Kings. Level 85 is the next one, which that's going to be pretty nice if we ever go back there. Which, I guess we need a Seer Coal, so we will be going back there. 1,000 laps later, we can now transform our monkey backpack into a skeleton monkey. Although I know if I leave to go get it, I'm not coming back, so I'm going to press on. Okay, it really has been quite a while since I started this, but with this Mark of Grace, we can now buy another piece of Graceful and recolor it. So I think I'm going to go do that. I do think it's cool that they added Graceful to this course, but I'm so far over the required level that I barely get any. Alright, we bought our next piece of Graceful. We got the Graceful hood, and we recolored it red for Shazian, so we now have 2/6 of the Shazian Graceful. I expect that by the time I have 99 agility, I'll have all of these Graceful sets completed. After we do Sins of the Father, we'll be able to get Black Graceful, which is my favorite. Even though I don't wear Graceful that much, I still want to go for it. And while I remember, let's go ahead and get our collection log slots unlocked. We only have two new slots, the Maniacal Monkey and the Skeleton Monkey, but 2 collection logs is pretty good. And there we go, Skeleton Monkey. Just in time for Halloween. I think the Halloween event is tomorrow. Alright, well, time to stop putting it off. Sins of the Father. In my opinion, the boss of this quest, Vanstrom Claws, was the hardest of the pre-Desert Treasure 2 bosses. And for some insane reason, when I was doing this quest on my Hardcore Iron Man, I decided to do it on mobile. I had been having problems with my power line adapter, and I didn't want to risk a disconnect, which this was before the teleport crystal. Alright, I obviously love this game, but I hate stealth sections in games that aren't stealth games. I don't know, it never feels good. Actually, to be honest, I hate stealth games too. Oh, cool. And finally, we have our first mini-boss of the quest, Croy. It is a pretty simple fight, you just pray mage and dodge the potions that he throws at you. I thought this fight would be a lot quicker, but he has pretty high defense apparently. Or I'm just hitting like crap. I'm just gonna say it, Venezuela is the hottest NPC in the game. I would absolutely do whatever she told me. And that green fire looks sick, but this is a pretty easy fight. Nothing too special. What is it with RuneScape bosses and killing their minions before the fight? I think you'd want to keep it a 2-on-2 or something. I really wish I remembered anti-poison, but the poison's not too strong. It hits 4s. Pretty easy fight, and now we have a Virenoble outfit, which will be pretty useful after the quest too. And thankfully, like any good cheating UIM, I'm going to put this right in the armor case in the POH. Although I don't know why it doesn't go in the magic wardrobe. You'd think a vampire blood covered set of clothes would be magical. But here's the gear we're bringing into the Vanstrom Claws fight. We have 130 magic defense and some pretty high melee defenses as well. Thankfully the weapon doesn't matter because the quest gives you one. Okay, this quest probably has some pretty big plot twists if you had members back in the day, but I was a free-to-play pleb, so I have no idea who the Myarchy were back then. Okay, I'm pretty nervous about this fight. It gave me a lot of trouble in my hardcore, and my stats are way lower here. I had full Bandos at this point, as well as max melee. I don't know why I put off the Questscape so long in that account. I kinda like doing it at this stage. Alright, the first phase is pretty easy. I guess the question is, can I avoid the avoidable damage? And I saw a guide that says to kind of dance around him like this. I don't know, I might go back to just reacting to the text. Ow. Okay, I kind of screwed myself on that one. Yeah, I'm not used to the slow speed of this weapon, so I might just stop the dancing around him. I think I'm just going to react to the attacks. I definitely can't afford to make more mistakes like that. Dude, he keeps using this special, it's so annoying. I honestly would prefer if he would just use the darkness one more. Okay, yeah, that was so much easier to avoid than when I was trying to dance around him. That's not bad advice for most people, but yeah, it just doesn't work for me. Okay, final phase. I don't know why I'm so nervous about this. I'm hitting like crap. I need to get way better hits. I don't know why my hands are shaking. I'm not a hardcore or anything. Okay, yeah, this probably isn't happening. I've made way too many dumb mistakes. I don't have enough food left. I don't know, maybe I can pull it off if I avoid all the lightning, but he's just messing me up. Come on, 2 more good hits. I can do that. Okay, yeah, no, let's get out of here. Okay, I think we need to rethink some things. I don't know what he attacks with. I assumed it was magic-based melee, but I'm gonna check the wiki and see if there's better gear I could be using. Okay, I do want a little bit more tankiness, and thankfully I do have D'hide boots, which are a bit more tanky. I was never really in danger of running out of prayer, and I did take a lot of avoidable damage, but I also took a lot of damage where he was just hitting me because my defense was so low. Actually, let me see if there's any more magic defense I can get. I do have the mixed hide armor. I wonder if that's any upgrades. No. No. And no. Sad. I like the way this looks. I kind of wish it was useful in more places, but I guess for like an early game iron it'd be pretty sick. Alright, take 2. I need to not take any avoidable damage in the first phase. If I hadn't taken that darkness attack, I think I would have pulled that off in the first try. Man, we are doing so much better in food this time. We're just not taking avoidable damage, and it's really paying off. I also find it a lot easier just to hover the tile behind me and click when he does his darkness attack. It also helps that we're hitting a lot more consistently this time. I swear in the first attempt I wasn't hitting like at all. Okay, we have so much food, we can do this. We can do this. Okay, no food, but I can still pull this off. I just have to avoid all the lightning. Come on. One more hit, please. Yes, okay, okay. Wow, that was really sloppy. If I struggled that much with this quest, Desert Treasure 2 is going to be a nightmare. And a pretty depressing ending to the quest, but the Experience Tome is going to be so nice. Alright, Sins of the Father completed. What a relief that is. Okay, alright, let's use this Tome of Experience. Go ahead and use that on Herblore. It is repeatable. I think we use it 4 times for a total of 60k, or 6 times for 90k. 3, 4, okay, nice, nice. 5, and 1 more time. 6. Very nice, only 12.9k XP until we have level 82 Herblore. And I'm gonna get that without making a single potion. I was looking through the achievement diaries to see which would be the most chill one to do, and I think without a doubt it's going to be Kandarin. I think the hardest one is going to be Smith and Adamant Spear, because I think I'm going to need Barbarian training for that. Which isn't really hard, just annoying. Alright, and our first task is to make a yew longbow in Seer's Village. So I'm not going to take any chances. I'm going to cut the wood in Seer's Village, I'm going to carve it in Seer's Village, and I'm going to spin the flax in Seer's Village. Task complete. This is actually where I make my magic short bows when I need them. And if it weren't for the achievement diary, I would have completely forgotten that there's a courtroom down here. And it turns out I was a little hasty in alching my yew longbow, because I need to use a bow to make a fire. Okay, I really gotta start reading more carefully because that task actually specified that you do it in the Seer's Village Bank. And there we go, task complete. So like I expected, I can't make a Adamant Spear here without doing Barbarian training, which they added more steps to. Yay. Alright, I didn't finish Barbarian training because honestly I don't feel like it, but I did enough to do Barbarian smithing. Alright, it took me way too long to find these. I had to pull up a map of the Shadow Dungeon. But there we are, task complete. And it's always annoying when I have to make anti-fires because the best way for me to get Lantidimes and Dragon Scales is the Isle of Souls dungeon. Wow, I was just complaining like 2 minutes ago, and I got it next try. Awesome. And surely 40 diamond bolts is plenty for this. I don't want to have to melee it, but I will if I have to. Imagine getting a dragon full helmet of UIM. It's not gonna happen, but I mean, maybe someone other's done it. And this is gonna take an eternity. Dude, I might actually run out of bolts. This is crazy. There we go, finally. And no mangled bones, or is it chewed bones you need? Still, scam game. Man, I'm so glad I have this shortcut unlocked, which apparently that was an elite task in the Falador area. Oh well, my muscle memory wants me to go to Serb. Of course we're poisoned. Why wouldn't I be? I never brought anti-poisons to Serb. I would just kind of deal with it if I got poisoned on the way. But this should be it, the final task in the Kandarin Hard Diary. Let's go claim our reward. Alright, Mr. The Wedge, I have completed all of the tasks in the Kandarin Hard Diary, and I'm really not looking forward to Elite, because that has a lot of Barbarian Assault in it. Alright, big brain move, put off the Kandarin Elite until I'm a big enough YouTuber to get free carries. Okay, cool, I actually forgot about this. This tier of the Kandarin Diary makes your enchanted bolts more likely to proc. That's awesome. That would have been pretty big against Galvek. Although we are about to do RCB Leviathan, which is never fun, but that 15,000 Herblore experience puts us at level 82. which is honestly the biggest level since I got 70 for Song of the Elves. So level 82 lets me get a +5 boost and make anti-venoms. And anti-venoms are the only thing holding me back from the Ornate Rejuvenation pool. And speaking of house upgrades, I can't believe I haven't built a repair space yet. It's going to be pretty important to repair our bearer's gear whenever we want to put it in the looting bag. And it's not super expensive. I mean, we haven't been doing it with Slayer or anything, so maybe it'll add up. Alright, our looting bag is pretty ridiculously full. I'm going to need to drop some stuff over to the main and get rid of these Lizardman Fangs. But we have 7 Antidote ++s, and those are all from Cave Kraken, so that's pretty cool. And I'm glad I don't have to make all those myself, because they require magic roots, which is annoying to get. Well, I was hoping to hold on to our Evandus Flail for the outro, but I'm going to have to alch it. It is a pretty cool weapon, and it's a pretty cool trophy on my Iron Man, but I don't really need it right now. It's going to be a long time before I go for a Blood Shard. Okay, as soon as this magic tree is depleted, I can eat this garden pie, and thankfully the boost from that will boost my farming level to the point where I get multiple magic roots. It's a little convoluted, but it works. Okay, that took forever, but let's see if it works. Nice, we got 2. So we just need 1 more magic root, and we are good to go. I do have a magic tree planted in Falador, and I was saving that for the Elite Diary, but I think I need this more than the Elite Diary in the future, so I'm going to go ahead and dig that up. Alright, we got our Antidote ++s, and I realized that I need to boost to get Zulrah scales, unless I feel like fighting Zulrah, which, I don't know, I'm feeling pretty lazy today. Surely 5 Admiral Pies is sufficient, but you never know. Imagine doing all that and this system update makes me do it again. Alright, I've got my cat out, I've got my spicy stews, and I'm doing it here because making a anti-venom here is actually a step in the Karamja Elite Diary. So, it's a bit more annoying to come out here, but I figure I might as well do it if I'm going to be making anti-venoms. I don't know when I'll be making them again in the future, but yeah, it's going to take a few tries. Oh my god, I actually got it. I actually got it. Let's see, can we make all of these? Please, please, please don't run out. I wish I had preserve. I am so nervous right now. 1 more. Yes! Alright. Okay, well, that's it. I think we might have to boost for the Ornate pool, but honestly, man, I'm so happy I got this done. Alright, let's go finish it. Okay, I just have a few preparations to do, but before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and swap the left click so I can't accidentally drink these because I would be absolutely heartbroken. And I have never been more excited to give the Keldagrim Stonemason my hard-earned money. Just take it, man. $5 gold leaf, you absolute monster. Alright, our cash stack's looking pretty low. Alright, between the Crystal Saw and the Tea boost, this should be enough. Alright, cool. We have everything we need. Drink the tea. And Ornate Rejuvenation pool on the Ultimate Iron Man. Oh, I'm so happy. Ah, it looks so good. But I think I'm going to go ahead and do the burning one from Leagues. I think I've mentioned before, I want to make my 2 houses visually distinct from one another. It's not that I'm worried about getting confused or anything, I just don't want to get bored. Man, that is such a big feeling. Okay, I guess the next big one's going to be getting rid of the Drayman Staff, huh? Alright, let's test it out. I've taken some damage. And now every time I home telly, I can restore absolutely everything, which is huge. It's going to be great for going back to Barrows, honestly. Between this and Gommel's Hilt, I'll be doing 0 supply Barrows. Well, it's been a while since we've done some Slayer, but I have a totem piece, and I don't want to do Desert Treasure 2 with a totem piece in my inventory. And we're back at my favorite melee training spot in the game, Catacombs Bloodvelds. And I actually almost missed this level, but we are really close to 84 defense. And there we go, level 84 defense. I sound like a broken record, but it's really going to help in the gauntlet. I can really feel the difference between 99 defense and 80 defense. And I didn't plan it this way, but we're actually about to get our second melee level from this same task. Nice. Level 93 strength gives us 111 combat. Really? Wow. I feel like I just hit 100 combat. Okay, yes, I was wondering when I'd get a Basilisk task. So, unfortunately, no totem piece possibility, but I might potentially get a Basilisk jaw, which would be a pretty big upgrade over the Virax helm. And speaking of broken records, I am absolutely sick of this clue step, man. I really should have a Heraldic Shield by now. Right, 2 hard clues to go. Let's go ahead and check out the collection log. It's been a while since we've opened clues. And like I said, we're missing all of the Heraldic Shields and Helms. Any of that would be nice. And that is a duplicate pair of D'hide boots. Awesome. Not a great start, and honestly, not bad. Noted Sharks will be great for the next quest. Well, like I mentioned, the Halloween event is here, and this year's looks pretty cute. I'm not sure where to start it, but I think it has something to do with this field. It's like a cat or something. Okay, this was pretty fun. I'm doing it before the guides are out, and my wife actually helped me, and she's having a lot of fun too. Like I mentioned, I'm going to go ahead and use some of the league points I have saved up to buy the kit for the rejuvenation pool, which I'm actually not sure if I can revert and keep my points. So I've spent a long time today trying to figure out if I actually like it, but we're also going to get the Death Scroll and the Alchemy Scroll. It's kind of funny, in like 2 months there's going to be another Leagues, but I like all the Burning League stuff. I'm kind of glad that I'll be able to buy other stuff with the league points. I kind of like that system. But I'm pretty happy with the rejuvenation pool. I think it looks good. Hopefully I like it in-game. And this one I can actually revert at will, so that's pretty awesome. And there's the death animation. We're going to be seeing that a lot. Alright, moment of truth. Let's use the scroll on the Ornate Rejuvenation pool. Oh, and we have to be in building mode. Of course we do. Huh. You know what? I'm actually not sure if I like it, but we can revert it, so that's nice. Oh wait, does that give you your scroll back? I'm kind of scared to try that out. Maybe after I get more league points I'll try it out. But I also think I'm going to try to get used to it. Alright, and the Halloween event actually gave us something for our POH, which is cool, but I have no idea how to use this. And that is going to do it for this episode. Honestly, one of the bigger episodes I can remember. Sins of the Father was a pretty scary quest, and now that it's done, it's kind of like a weight's been lifted. Although, now I still have that same feeling, but for Desert Treasure 2. So, one of the cool things about having Sins of the Father completed is the ability to do Hallowed Sepulchre, which I don't think I'm quite ready for now, but I can do up to floor 4, or maybe I need one more level for that, I'm not sure. We're getting pretty close to getting our quest cape, which is going to be the next big milestone on the account. And that's going to be a pretty huge one because it's going to let us drop our Drayman staff. And doing that's going to be like getting a free inventory spot, which is going to be pretty huge. And after I get the quest cape done and the Lumber's Elite Diary, I kind of don't know what to do with myself. If you have a UIM around my level, please let me know what you would do. So right now we just have 5 quests remaining. Desert Treasure 2, Heart of Darkness, A Night at the Theater, which is another kind of scary one, Secrets to the North, and While Gothic Sleeps. I haven't 100% decided what I'm going to tackle next episode, but I have a sneaking suspicion I'm going to stick with the Mauritania theme. With all that said, I am absolutely loving my new Halloween mask. I love the goofy pumpkin face. And although this video won't be coming out around Halloween, I hope you have a good one. Bye.